How can you expect investors to fund your project when you can't show them impactful results? Hi everyone, my name is Chris Gaines, lead trainer at SOPACT, and today I'll be sharing 8 principles to building an effective impact strategy to get the funding your project needs to truly make a difference. But before we start, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell down below so you're always alerted when we release new videos about how you can create a global social impact. Let's start out with a question about you. Are you a mission-driven organization? Are you an asset manager, social impact fund, accelerator? Do you work with stakeholders like nonprofits or businesses? Does raising capital play an important role in your initiative's success? The place to start in all of these positions is your impact strategy. If you're a startup and you want to raise capital, where do you begin? You always begin with a business plan. You formulate your business from scratch, from your team to your marketing plan to your revenue streams. Then you go and build a pitch deck and you go raise capital. I'll walk you through all 8 steps so you can be fully prepared when you do go on to investors. Number 1, don't start from scratch. Chances are that someone in the impact community has already built out something that could be useful to your organization. For example, as an impact investor, you have to look no further than GIIN. Jen recently released a host of impact themes and IRIS profiles that you can utilize for your own organization. Simply pick the metrics that are relevant to your cause, discard the ones that aren't, and you have a beautiful profile ready to start with. Number 2, the theory of change as the foundation. While the theory of change is something you might not be familiar with, this is an extremely important foundational element to anyone who wants to demonstrate the evidence of the impact that they're creating. The first step to building a theory of change is your impact statement. Just start by asking yourself the simple question: what is the problem we're trying to solve? Your impact statement is often derived from your mission statement and your vision statement, but is very definitive. Your impact statement will lead to impact, output, outcome, activities, and input. Building this out creates a systematic theory of change for your project. You can use our free Actionable Impact Management ebook to go through this process step by step. The link will be in the description below. The design of your theory of change will lead to principle number 3, impact metrics. Impact metrics are extremely important in designing a program that creates an effective change that you desire. They're also extremely important in communicating progress to funders. Standard metrics are a great place to focus if you're truly making progress towards your impact statement. For example, impact investors often use IRIS metrics. Corporations use GRI or SASB to designate materiality. While standard indicators are often useful, they're not sufficient by themselves. Often many internal impact metrics and operational indicators need to be synchronized before you can get a true snapshot of what's happening in your impact management portfolio. Principle number 4, the quality of your indicators. The next step in improving and refining your strategy is determining the quality of the indicators that you've selected. Ask yourself a few questions. Are they measurable? Are they definitive? Do you have a good balance in your overall selection between quantitative and qualitative indicators? These are all important things to think about when you look at how your indicators interact as a whole. Principle number 5, the context of your indicators. One important thing to keep in mind when choosing metrics, one dataset can be interpreted in many different ways. While impact metrics are defined from one particular lens, they might have different meanings to different stakeholders. For example, the metric low-income stakeholders could be interpreted differently in different parts of the world. Hence, it's very important to specify exactly what you mean in the context of each of your indicators and metrics. This means providing definitions, providing help links with context, showing calculations as to how you reach that specific data point. Is a low-income stakeholder someone who has less than $100,000 involved? Or is it someone who has less than $10 million involved? Number 6, aligning with sustainable development goals. When you finally start reaching out to investors, one of the things you always want to make sure you do is take into account their perspective. In this case, sustainable development goals or related initiatives. Investors are often looking for alignment with their sustainable development goals and indicators. In fact, without this alignment, most funders won't start a true conversation with you about your project. Number 7, alignment with your impact management project. Impact Management Project defines 5 dimensions that allows both investors and entrepreneurs to further understand stakeholders, types of impact, depth of impact, contribution, and risk associated with impact. Number 8. Finally, the last and most important principle is to align your data sources for different programs, stakeholders, outcome surveys, and operations with your selected impact metrics. Aligning data with your metrics allows you to monitor the progress of key indicators, build robust impact evidence, and track the outcomes of stakeholders on a regular basis. The question is, once you've collected all of your data, how do you present it in a way that showcases impact evidence? Be sure to subscribe and be on the lookout for more videos in the future where we dive deeper into this topic. By mastering these principles and building them into your strategy, you will be able to ensure success for your project. Do you agree with these principles? Do you have any other ideas? Leave a comment down below and let's discuss. We're really looking forward to diving deeper into the impact management community and seeing how we can work together to build a better world. We're going to talk about a ton of different topics here on the SOPAC channel, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.